Hey, hello guys. Uh, yeah, so, man, I forgot I'll just speak. Welcome to the video, guys. Today, I'll just be playing Apex Legends Season 4. I actually did record a video, like, earlier, like, on the first day it released, and I had gameplay, but the issue is my mic volume was really low, so, this time I'm recording it again, because hopefully this time my mic is, like, louder. And if it isn't, I deeply apologize. I've been trying to like mess with things like settings and stuff and looking for tutorials, but nothing seems to be working like too well as to how I can like fix it slash make it better. Yeah, so I apologize for that, guys. But yeah, I mean, because I can't find any fixes, you'll just have to like bear with the mic volume like as it is right now. Yeah, again, I apologize. So, because I've already played like Apex Legends Season 4, this is pretty much me re-recording my my first impressions. I'm going back to the fire range to show the changes, so, yeah. So first of all, as for the light ammo weapons, the G7 Scout is now classified as an assault rifle, so I mean, yeah, that's not the G7. So yeah, this is the G7. But yeah, that means now it takes like assault rifle attachments. It's also like standard stocks, and it also doesn't take any more sniper optics anymore. So you can't use like a 4 to 8 times on this, for example. Yeah. They also decrease the they also increase the interval in between burst fire for the double tap pop up. So I'll show that in like 1 second. Yeah, I mean it's still a pretty good weapon. Jeez, that voice crack. It's still a pretty good weapon, but yeah, it's just strange that it's now like classified as a assault rifle as opposed to a DMR slash sniper. Like, I mean, the change isn't really noticeable to be honest, as in like the change for the fire rate, but it's because it's still a pretty good weapon in burst fire. Personally, I prefer it in single fire, even with a double tap pop up, because like, yeah, you can just do that instead, and like, I'm fine with doing that. I think that's cool. So, yeah. As for the next category, so actually no, let me go back. The R99 was like nerfed slightly, but also buffed. Its magazine sizes were like changed. I thought I heard something that was scaring me. But yeah, its magazine sizes were changed. So now the default mag is 20. The gray mag is like 22, I think. 22. Blue mag is 24, and then the purple mag is 27. Yeah, 27. So yeah, I mean honestly, weapon is still good. Plus they also nerfed its damage by 1, so it's now 11 damage instead of 12. But I mean, combined with the change to the magazine capacity and the also like the slight damage nerf, like it's still an amazing weapon. So this weapon's gonna stay in the meta for a while. There's not a chance that it'll go soon. Yeah, but I mean, besides that, there's some other weapons and like some other stuff, like some other changes we have to go through. So, heavy category, I'm trying to remember. If I'm not mistaken, they buffed the Hemlock single fire rate. I apologize, guys. I probably should read from the patch notes. Because I read from the patch notes like the first, like when I was originally did this, but I'm not reading from the patch notes this time because like I've played for a decent amount of time on this season. So yeah, but yeah, they increased the fire rate of the Hemlock single fire. So burst fire is still the same, but single fire is faster. So you can now like really like just laser people with this. So yeah, I mean that's cool. Yeah. I mean this weapon is just disgusting. It's my favorite weapon, so I'm kind of biased. But I mean, I'm surprised more people don't pick it up. especially after like the multiple buffs it's gotten and this season's buff too. It's like really good. So like I can't really click that fast, as you could tell, but I'm still like shredding with it. Although these are just targets and stuff, but still, like in a real game I shred with this. So I mean, yeah. On to the next. Oh yeah, forgot to mention the changes to the wingman. Almost missed that. So as for the wingman, sorry. The base bag is 5. The base bag is now 5 instead of 4. And then it got a slight nerf in the fact that each extended bag only increases it by 1. So the max bag is now 8 instead of 10. So it's 6, then it's 7, and then it's 8. Yeah. Still pretty good weapon. Really good if you can hit your shots. So yeah, I mean, if you can hit your shots, there's not really a reason to not use this weapon. But yeah. I mean, yeah, the changes it received, pretty good. Honestly, like those changes. Now, as for one of the biggest changes of this season, there's now a sniper ammo category. So all snipers take this sniper ammo, besides the G7, which, as I said before, is now classified as an assault rifle. So yeah, there's this new sniper, which I'll go over last, but I mean, all these weapons are pretty much the same. I'm not too sure I don't remember from the patch notes exactly if any of these weapons got changes. I don't remember, but yeah. Actually, no, this one did. But it's the same weapon and same thing, except before it used to be 12 shots and each shot would take 3. So it's pretty much 4 shots. Now it's just each shot takes 1. So it's like a normal gun and it's pretty much 4 shots. So it's literally the same exact thing, just different numbers. So yeah. But I mean, now onto the big boy. This guy is nasty. This guy is disgusting. Favorite sniper. So again, I'm a bit biased, but I mean, if you see this and if you see this and you can like, and you know the bull drop and lead, like pick this up. Yeah, like this 65 damage, not too good. Like, but I mean, still pretty good. And then the headshot is 130 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 130. And then there's also this special ability it has, which if I charge this up, yeah, so I can use a battery to charge it up, and as you can see, it slowly drains itself. And even when I holstered, it still drains itself if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, pretty much if an opponent has shields, it does 100 damage. See, 100 crack shield, and then finish them off with a headshot. So it's pretty nasty. I mean, yeah, it's a disgusting weapon, disgusting like everything. So yeah, honestly, this weapon is a good addition in my opinion. The way I see it is, it's like a downgraded. It's pretty much like not a supply drop, like a ground loot like Kraber. That's pretty much what this weapon is. But in that aspect, it's also kind of bad because it's literally just like the downgrade of a weapon that already exists. But it's still pretty good. And out of the whole sniper category, I'd say it's the best right now. The triple take is pretty good for being like a weapon that can be used in a variety of situations. It's good for like all ranges because it can be used as a shotgun in close range. It's a sniper, so it's good for mid and long range. And then this weapon, longbow, still pretty good. I remember when it got like its nerf, like its huge nerf after it was like OP for so long. People hated it, but I'd say it's a pretty decent weapon. Not amazing though, considering the longbow is like a worse version of the Sentinel, which is a worse version of the Kraber. So it's like, it's still pretty bad. Don't get me wrong, but it can do work. Like if you have this thing, you can still shred people. Charge rifle, still pretty powerful even after it's several nerfs, but because like its hits get sniper, so of course it's gonna be powerful. But yeah, still pretty good. Now to like the biggest set of changes. As you can tell, the Devotion is now a legendary weapon, and the L-Star is now a ground floor weapon. And they've made some changes to both the L-Star, the Havoc, and the Devotion. So the L-Stars, you can tell now, it does not have a reload, so it just has a infinite mag, so it's sort of like a minigun. Yeah, it's pretty much like a minigun, and I mean, it has its over. I keep on hearing random sound effects and it's scaring me, but yeah, it has its overheat mechanic still, but no reload now, so it's pretty powerful now, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, like the recoil and the recoil is pretty hard to control, and the hipfire is like horrible. Never mind, I just lasered that target from like that distance. But yeah, usually the hipfire is horrible. Hipfire is pretty bad. Like, obviously you won't be able to hit hipfire with like any weapon at that range, but I mean, you'd hit even less shots like in that range. And look at this, like from this range, horrible. And then if I get up close, it's like pretty bad still. Never mind, I take that. Well, that's because it's just a target that's standing still. If this was a moving target, the chances of like this weapon shredding as much as it does right now are like really unlikely. But yeah, as for the next thing to discuss, the Havoc is it got it changed. So now in select fire mode, yeah, if I can get that. Let me just take it. Yeah, now in select fire mode, what is it called? The delay between select fire shots is shorter now, so you can now do like the single fire mode faster. So that's like, it's really fast, as you can tell now. It's like insane. So like this weapon, I could see this weapon really making a comeback this season, because they removed like turbocharger like around the end of last season. It really like messed up like the whole energy weapon category, got screwed by that. But then there's the Devotion, which is now a supply drop weapon, and as you can tell, it actually has turbocharger capability. So it's pretty much a it's pretty much a Devotion with like a turbocharger and a 2x, as you can tell. And it has a magazine of, well, it has 54 in the magazine right now, and then in like the backup ammo it has 108. So it's insane. It's pretty good. It shreds through people. I'm not too good at aiming in general, so that wasn't really the best example, but that was good. That was a good example. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this weapon is insane now. Like, it's always been insane, but now it's a supply drop weapon. I feel like it's better balanced, because like, let's be honest, this weapon needed to be a supply drop weapon, and this weapon needed to be a ground loot weapon. So honestly, like those two changes. Mastiff and Kraber, same weapon, still pretty good. But yeah, as for the new legend, who you can tell I'm using right now, Revenant. So let's go over his abilities. So legend, Revenant. So yeah, I have a skin for him. That's why he looks a bit different from his default look. So yeah, he's a low profile legend, so he takes 5% more incoming damage. So his passive, Stalker, you crouch, walk faster, and climb walls higher. After playing him like a decent amount, this passive really good, really like it. Silence, his tactical silence, throw a device that deals damage, and it deals like 10 damage or 11. Yeah, it deals like 10 or 11 damage if I'm not mistaken, and it disables an enemy's abilities for 10 seconds. So also pretty good. The only issue I really have with this is that you have to you have to hit it either right on them or like extremely close to them, because its area of effect is like super small, which is really an oof. So I mean, that might need like a buff. I think the buff they should really give to this is just increase its area of effect. But yeah, then Death Totem, this is his ultimate. I'm gonna straight up say it right now, this is bad. If you're a Revenant, like, there's no point of using this. There really isn't. You drop a totem that protects user from death instead of getting killed or down. It will return to the totem with 1 HP. Yeah. So it's pretty bad. And plus, during that whole like shadow state, like when you're using the totem has a limited range. And in addition to the totem having limited range, the totem also, what is it called? Sorry, I just forgot what I was just about to say. The totem also makes it so that you can't heal. Yeah, so you can't heal when you're in that totem state. Honestly, the only buff I'd suggest to that is increase the area of the death totem like slightly, and then maybe make it so that you can use syringes and medkits in that phase. But only syringes and medkits. Maybe you can make it so that you can only use syringes and medkits, but no like shield cells or shield batteries or phoenix kits or anything during that phase. But yeah, honestly, I'd say this legend pretty good. I mean, not pretty good, pretty average. He's not horrible. Definitely isn't horrible. He's fun to play, but I mean, the thing about this game is, like, I'm not trying to be a fanboy or anything, but if I'm being completely honest, I'm pretty sure all the legends are fun to play. Like, Mirage is a bad legend, but she's fun to play. Wraith is like one of the best legends, if not the best, but she's fun to play too. Like, yeah. But I mean, anyway, he's fun to play. Pretty average legend though. Yeah, so as you can see, here's his passive. It's insane, yeah. He actually he crouch walks at the same speed a normal player walks. And because crouching is silent in this game, and it's only audible to teammates, that's like really good, especially for just like sneaking up on people. As for his tactical, disables abilities, as you can tell, so yeah, it does 10 damage. And this, like, obviously if this were a real player, they wouldn't be able to use their abilities for like 10 seconds. Then here's his death totem. Yeah, so you can just run, and as you can see, there's like a bar for how long it lasts. And yeah, and then this is like the boundary. Yeah, so honestly, like, again, as I said, ultimate is pretty bad, if I'm being completely honest, but tactical and passive are really good. Yeah. As for my thoughts on everything, again, as I said before, Revenant's ultimate bad, tactical and passive good, pretty average legend. Sniper ammo, this just needs to go. Sniper ammo just needs to go. Sentinel should use heavy ammo. Charge rifle should go back to using energy. Longbow should go back to using heavy. And triple take should go back to using energy again. So yeah, the whole sniper ammo thing is just really stupid, especially because it only stacks in 20, so you're like very restricted. And I'm pretty sure the reason for this was like making changes to the sniper meta, but this just killed off the sniper meta. Like, adding this change just killed off the sniper meta almost completely, which I really think was not trying to be offensive to Respawn, but I'm pretty sure that, like, in my opinion, it was a pretty stupid move. It just killed off the sniper meta completely. So yeah, again, as I said before, they should change all the, like, they should remove this type of ammo. So just remove this type of ammo completely and change all these snipers back to their original ammos. And in the case of the Sentinel, change that to like heavy ammo maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, besides that, as for the energy weapons, I feel like this category probably got the best changes. Like the L-Star, this needed to happen. And not only that, but not only did they bring it out of the like care package, but they also buffed it too. So I mean, that was good. But luckily it wasn't like the type of buff where it's like they bring it out of the care packages and then they buff it to the point where it should be back in the care packages. It was like the type of buff where it's like they take it out and then it's like, oh, it's actually at a decent place, but it's not like care package level. So yeah, honestly think that was a good change. As for the select fire hazard change, really good, really nasty, but the removal of turbocharger at the around the end of last season really screwed it over, sadly. Like, after like that removal, most people I know like who play Apex Legends are just like, oh, I hate the Havoc, it's horrible, which is really a shame because it's not even that bad of a weapon. Like, although it's like wind up time like is pretty bad, like as you can see, yeah, it's like it's not immediate. It's like that really puts it at a disadvantage, but it's still like a pretty good weapon. But yeah, I think turbocharger being out of the game, that's a good thing, but maybe like I don't really know. I think it doesn't really need to be buffed in necessarily. I think it's in a pretty good spot. I think people just need to like, I don't really know, like adapt to it better, because I can understand why like people like can find this like a hard change, considering it's like when you remove a hop up that the weapon essentially relies on to be amazing, it's pretty much like it can change its like gameplay a lot. So yeah, because this weapon is already like, the Havoc is already a really good weapon, but it's not like broken, or like it's not like care package level or anything like that. But then you get the turbocharge on it, and then it was like nasty. But with that removal, it's kind of like weird now. So yeah, honestly, good changes. Devotion being in care package, again, another really good change. I think it definitely needed to be there, because it's like it was just leagues above like the other two LMGs. Like it was on an even level with the Spitfire one time, but then the Spitfire got nerfed, and then like the L-Star was just a horrible care package weapon. But I mean, yeah, after the changes, like all the energy weapons received, it's pretty good, pretty good. But yeah, I mean, besides that, oh yeah, I forgot one change too. Prowler got a damage buff by 1. I think it was by 1 or 2. I think it was by 2, because I think it did 13 damage before. Now it does 15, or it might have done 14, and now it does 15. All I know now is that it does 15 damage. Yeah, it does 15 damage per shot now. But I mean, yeah, that makes it pretty good. That makes it really good, actually. So I mean, yeah. Yeah, like 15 damage, right? Okay. I'm not able to single fire. Yeah, 15 damage. But yeah, I mean, pretty good buff. I think it needed it. At the same time, though, this weapon's nasty, whether you have burst fire on it or not. If it's burst fire, I mean, whether you have auto fire or not, it's a nasty weapon, so. Yeah, I just didn't hit my shot, so that was just my bad. I just can't aim, but I mean, yeah. Yeah, good change. Trying to remember if there are any other changes. It's just really weird, because like I already pretty much did this before. I'm just re-recording it now though, because it's like as I said before, my mic volume was really low in the last recording for some reason, so that was a move. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to leave a dislike, and if you guys did enjoy it, also leave a dislike. But besides that, thank you guys for watching, and peace out.